What's up, guys? I'm Sam McVeigh, the host of the Killer Growth Podcast. And today I have Timothy Shenk.
Yes.
How'd I do?
Shank. That's perfect.
Shank?
Yeah.
Not shank, like you're getting shanked.
Not shank. Yeah. Shank.
Shank.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. I have Timothy Shenk with Egg Carton, eggcarton.com, which is EGGCARTN.com. Awesome. There you go. Our hardest part's out of the way for me. I just got to figure out how to make a legit introduction. And
Yeah.
then after that, you do all the talking.
Yeah.
So I'm set. All right. Well, yeah. Again, thank you. I know that's
Sure.
an hour drive over here is not nothing.
Yeah.
So appreciate you coming by. I start real easy. Your story from college age to what brought you to where you're at today.
Yeah. Well, what was college age? I actually was.
You could call it whatever, 16, 17, 18.
I was
Depends on how smart you are.
I was a non-traditional, so I actually was older when I went to
Oh,
college.
yeah? Same.
Not a teenager. So, yeah, I mean, my vocational journey is still is a little bit of a roller coaster. Not sure. Worked a ton of different jobs, through high school and after high school for a couple years. Went to 2-year school in Pennsylvania, and came back and taught for 3 years at our church school.
Okay.
Middle school homeroom.
Wow.
And then in 2019, I also got married in 2017. Fall of 2019, went back to school at Friends to get my undergrad, finished my degree in music. So I have a degree now, graduated in 23 in vocal performance and music education, which is not what I'm doing now, obviously. Yeah. So that was always my dream, was to do music. And
cool.
So at this point, still doing it on the side. So then in the middle of that, in 2020, caught wind that the gentleman who designed these chicken tractors was wanting to hand off the product line. And so I talked to Dad, and I was like, hey, you've always, dreamed of having your own business. And so we checked it out, and yeah, I'm going to be your poster child of like how not to start a business. But like,
hey,
we
this
got
podcast
into
is
it.
about learning.
So we just like got into it.
us.
So basically, we sat down with him and kind of worked out an MOU. And there's a lot of things that we should have done differently, but
Sure.
Anyway, got into it, got started. And anyway, so then, my older brother basically ran it by himself with help from some of the rest of us on school breaks. And
what year was this?
21.
Okay.
March of 21 was when we started our LLC and took over the product line. So at that point, Dad was still working full time at his day job and just kind of trying to help my brother, who was doing this full time, and I'd help on school breaks. So eventually, my brother burned out and was like, it was a lot for one person. So I came on, then graduated in 23, kind of took over his role in management. And then in 24, he left and my younger brother came on full time. So it's now, for the last 2 years, it's been me and my younger brother full time. Oh yeah. And then back in 23, Dad also came home full time. So
Nice.
All of a sudden we had a lot of people trying to do this and it still wasn't flying. So now in the last year or two, Dad's been working part-time elsewhere and just kind of, trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So
it's all still pretty new.
It is pretty
not
new.
a lot of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So explain the roles of the business to me. I'm curious. Well, let's just talk about what Egg Carton is and the genesis of Egg Carton, I guess. So who started Egg Carton?
Yeah.
When you guys bought it, and how were they running the business then?
So the brand started around 20 years ago.
Okay.
And David Yoder is he's a metal worker, an inventor, creative mind. And so he'd been working at a local shed company, just doing a lot of their maintenance and fixtures and things like that. And his daughter asked him to design a coop to move around their backyard. So that's kind of where it started. Then he was visiting some friends on mission in Belgium,
Okay.
and they wanted a chicken tractor for their broilers, their meat birds. So he built them something.
To go to Belgium.
What's that? Well, no, they
What?
were doing mission work in Belgium, and they wanted to raise chickens. So he
In Belgium, though?
in Belgium, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he like went and built one there, and
Gotcha.
so that's kind of where the ideas started coming, and just a lot of design changes, a few different models over the years, but he was always running it as a part-time thing. Somewhere along the line, he added, I'm actually not sure on the time frame, he added this separate wheel kit that you can put on your own DIY chicken tractor.
Turn a coop. You can turn a chicken coop into a chicken tractor,
Right.
with the wheel
Yeah,
lift
if you're
kit.
building your own, I mean, the hardest part of building your own chicken tractor is making it move, right?
Yeah,
like the
and not
wheels-
falling apart when you move it.
Right. So the wheels, getting a good sturdy wheel system. So those are doing well. So then in 2020, when I heard about this, he was wanting to hand off the chicken tractors but keep the lift kits. So beginning of 23, we took the chicken tractors over, and it's been a bit of an odd business structure from the beginning because my parents still have full ownership, but my brother and I are basically running it.
Right.
I mean, I'm general manager or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever title you want to give me. So there was a short time after my older brother was kind of pulling back that my dad, right after he came home full time, that he was like in the manager role, and just didn't fit him well. He didn't enjoy it. Didn't turn his crank. So, which is fine. It was kind of, and as we talked through, it was kind of like, we had always sort of thought like, oh, Dad always wanted to have his own business, and he just wanted to have a business to work with his boys.
Yeah.
So
sure.
that's kind of what it came down to. And so as we, the last couple of years have been wrestling through some of those roles and saying, okay, who actually belongs in what seat? And he's much happier not in that seat.
Yeah.
So, so that's fine. But then it makes an interesting dynamic where like I'm managing kind of as a CEO or GM of a business I don't own at all.
Right.
So, yeah.
That is
We're it is complicated, and looking forward, we're not sure. I mean, there's probably be a change of ownership before long, but
sure.
that's all a little bit unknown too.
Yeah.
So
So describe your roles. You and your brother are running the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like day to day? Because you guys are making the product, you're assembling them. Do you keep inventory? Kind of give me a day in the business.
Well, what time of year? It looks very different.
Busy.
In spring and summer.
Stuff
Yes,
selling.
Sure.
Yeah,
Stuff
turning.
selling. I'm pretty much holding down taking care of all things sales and marketing, admin,
Yeah.
all the office stuff. Communication with vendors and stuff. My brother Andrew is we kind of shifted in the last year to where he's the main guy in the shop, and I'll help him there as much as I can.
Sure.
So this time of year, like in the winter, we still have a trickle of sales, but it's slow. I'm spending most of my time doing admin work, getting systems in place and stuff. So,
Yeah. How long does it take? So let's just talk about the product, like the value of the product for a bit. Why should someone spend $2,000 on a chicken coop?
Yeah, and that's one of our cheaper ones.
Yeah. Up to what's your most expensive?
$4,250.
$4,200. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I always think I get it. It's a big price tag. But when I look at people trying to homestead or even just raise food in their backyard, they typically quit within a few years. Like the turnover rate between among people who are wanting to start small homesteads,
Yeah.
very few of them last up to 5 years.
Yeah.
And so what I see is, and I've seen some of these channels of like, oh, we're doing the homestead, and they're doing all the things.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. They do too many things right out of the gate. But I see most of them burning out because they don't have systems that work or last. And so either you're going to be spending all your time fixing broken systems or spending all your money replacing broken equipment. So that's I think the big reason I would say if you're going to raise your own eggs, and you're not just dabbling in it. You're
Right.
like, we want to do this. You'll probably actually save money over the long haul with a chicken tractor that'll last you 20 years instead of a coop that's a tenth the price and you'll replace it every year.
Right.
So,
Oh, yeah. Well, funny enough, as I've told you the story, we really got into chickens, and we're in the city limits, and we can have 6 hens, no roosters. But 6 hens, that's a good amount of eggs for a family of 6.
Yeah.
Like, it's not quite enough, but it's almost enough.
Yeah.
When they really start laying well. And the time of year matters, obviously. But we bought a cheap, small one that just didn't seem humane from like a Orscheln's or some hardware store. And it said it could hold 6 hens, but we just weren't comfortable with it holding 6 hens. So we found a guy that drove... that built them and delivered it. So we paid, $500-$600, maybe a little more. I can't remember, $800. And this, he wasn't old. Like, I bet he was 17 and he delivered this thing. And
nice.
saw him on Facebook Marketplace, liked him. It was just kind of cool. It's like, well, this is better than, going somewhere else. And surely, well, it did not last very well and did not hold up well.
Yeah.
It was, just all the material was fairly thin, and it didn't take much for a fox to get in there and kill all our chickens. And we went through that cycle 3 times. So we went through 18 chickens with little girls, mind you. These chickens are pets more than egg layers. We had a chicken that did tricks.
Oh man!
Ellis had these mealworms or earthworm or whatever those worms are. They like the dried ones. She'd hold it up and like it'd go between her legs, and then she got to the point where she could just go outside and go yellow, and that chicken would just come running out of nowhere, and then it would like perch when they want you to pick them up. They raise their wings, and then Ellis would just grab her and just walk around the yard with her fully grown egg laying hen. Just would hang out with Ellis, and so that. Dang fox, it was just like their pets kept getting murdered. That's my experience, even paying what I considered. I think I paid more than that because he delivered it and stuff. So I probably paid close to $1,000 for a custom chicken coop that was 4 by 6 foot or something. And, but it fell apart. It literally just went to pieces in 2 years.
Yeah.
And we hauled it off to the dump. It just, and that was like someone making it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the construction. Why is the construction better?
Well, the first thing you need to know is that chicken wire is for keeping chickens in and not for keeping anything else out.
Well said.
So it's aluminum frame. It's not going to rot like that one would. But then we use like heavy duty welded wire on the sides. And in 20 years, I don't think anything has torn that stuff out. So,
So it's not actually chicken wire. It's
it's welded wire.
Do you buy those in sheets
rolls
or rolls?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense. So that's a lot stronger than chicken wire. Probably easier too to when you move that around because these are mobile.
Yeah,
they probably does that add any structural support or
maybe a little bit when against twisting, but
that stuff probably holds up
better
better when it's twisting than chicken wire.
Yeah, absolutely. The chicken wire is going to get buckled and
Yeah. Yeah, and I hate that.
in
It
a
starts like
hurry.
expanding and gets all
Yeah.
like bubbly.
yeah. So that's the big thing on the frame, and then just we have like the doors and the whole lift system is powder coated steel. We have a steel roof, which a lot of the chicken tractors you see will just have like a canvas or something like that.
Ours had
So-
like actual shingles on it.
Oh wow!
On a
Okay,
piece of
so
plywood.
yeah, and that you'll see that a lot on like the coops that people build themselves, and they get our lift
Yeah.
kit for that.
And
But
the roof held up fine. The problem was the hinges.
the hinges. Oh, it was a hinged roof.
It was a hinged roof. And so you'd lift a really heavy roof with
Yeah.
shingles on it to get your eggs. And like, I mean, if a chicken's head was
Yeah.
popped out and you drop that chicken's gone. Like, I mean,
bet. Yeah.
it was heavy.
Yeah. So, and some of these are changes that have been made over the years, but like all no flat tires,
No flat tires.
no flat
so they're-
tires, solid
Yep.
rubber. Yep. So, you know, we give a 10-year warranty, and like at the end of that time, you'll see rust here and there. I mean,
Sure.
there'll be rust. Stuff will be starting to break down, but like it
Yep.
should still be functional.
I mean, out in the elements and just depending on what area of the country you're in, the sun
Yeah.
and elements are tough. And then chickens aren't, I mean, they poop a lot
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
and that deteriorates things, depreciates things.
Yeah.
So when they move it, so let's say I get back into chickens, okay? And I
Great idea.
buy my egg carton.
Yeah.
I want to.
Yeah.
I just got to get the wife on board. I mean, we're bad. We could not be farmers. You know, if we raised a cow, we would never slaughter.
Yeah.
Right? We're those people, city folk, you know, everything's a pet.
Yeah.
But if we had like one stationary place and moving it seems great, but I'm in the city and I have nice grass. And
Yeah.
we like our nice grass. You know, it's just fun to play on and
Yep.
run on. And
Absolutely.
but if I move it around, would it just destroy my yard?
It depends how often you move it and
Like-
how thick the grass is. Like we try to move ours every day,
Oh, okay.
but it's I mean, it's literally
How hard is it to move
It's
it?
literally a 10-second move.
Really?
So like that's one of the other unique things about our chicken tractor in particular. There's a lot of chicken tractors out there that have built-in systems where you can just push a lever and raise it. The difference with ours is the handle in front. You push it down, it raises it up onto all four wheels. Latches, you can move it forward.
Oh, wow.
Unlatch it.
It's like a wagon.
Drop it. So with one handle, you do the whole thing.
That's cool.
So it literally 10 seconds or less. Like that was.
So if you move it daily, and I know chicken poop's hot, you know,
Yeah.
it wants to cool. So if you move it daily,
It shouldn't burn the grass. Now the one thing
Yeah.
like
like 6 hen, how many hens go in like your deluxe?
yeah, well the very biggest is a 6x8, and we've put up to 20 or 25 in there. That's full.
Sure.
But on the 4x6s,
But they're great. They're out pasture, then they're in the coop at night, or they in the coop
some
all
of
times.
both.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't do 20 if they were in there the whole time.
Because that's our deal too. Is the fox started coming at 3:00, and I mean there was no putting them
Yeah.
up before dark. That
Yeah.
dang fox got smarter and smarter, and just would come
Yeah.
earlier and earlier. So we kind of feel like they need to stay in at
Right.
And we can only have 6, so we get the big one and 6.
The
10
very
seconds
biggest
to
one. But then the 4x6, we used to say 8 to 10. But yeah, like you said, it totally depends who you're talking to.
Sure. Yeah.
The
How do
number-
you feel about it? You know, like I'm
Exactly.
like looking at it going, that's way too small.
It
And
is small,
The next
but-
guy is like, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does just come down to how people view their chickens, because yeah, we get a lot of comments on social media about like, oh, it's pretty cramped for us chickens. And I get it. I mean, we free range ours as much as we can. But it kind of comes down to what your goals are. And if only people who can completely free range chickens keep chickens, then we're not making a dent in the truly inhumane egg production. Because when you're comparing what you're comparing to is like 8 to 12 hens crammed in a 2-foot square box.
That's true.
Crate.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, like day and night.
That never see daylight.
Right. And
Yeah.
so the cage free in these big houses, that's a whole other thing. The labels, man.
Sure.
You got to know what these labels mean. But if you're comparing to that kind of production and raising them yourself, yeah, they would like more space, but they're getting to the grass, fresh grass every day.
Yeah.
They've got room to walk around in there.
Yeah. Could you make an argument doing that every day is better for your soil and grass?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think you mean moving it every day?
Yeah, I mean if you put it on your I've got over a half-acre lot in town.
Oh yeah.
And in the backyard is that's where we'd keep them because it's that's half the property, but
you'll definitely see where you had it. It'll green up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had it on and it was Bermuda and kind of brownish stuff, and it greened up behind them. But you do want to watch, like, if you leave them too long, they'll start digging. I mean, they like their dust baths.
That's been our problem too.
I think that's a bigger
we
problem.
free ranged in our backyard with the fence.
Yeah.
And they just love digging and rolling in dirt. And they want to just stay at the same hole. Roll in the same spot. They had to go dig another hole. Yeah. But they started tearing up our yard. Yeah. I didn't know they did that. I wasn't aware of that. That was one negative of
right.
So we started locking them up more and more. And but if you move that thing every day, that's still pretty fresh. Yeah. The bugs, everything's fresh.
And if it's
every
thick
time.
Grass, if you've got gaps in your grass, then they'll find them and they'll dig into that. But thick grass moved every day.
They're not gonna.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. All right. And do you warranty that if that is a problem? Will you?
I can't guarantee what chickens
come resod my. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, we like we don't like getting chickens. We tried getting them at adult or young. We don't like that. Yeah. We like they just aren't nice.
You want to wait as long as possible for your ROI.
Yeah, exactly. Because we just want chickens that we like. Pets, but man, pets. But if you get a chicken that was already somewhere else, they never warm up to you. It's we could not get them to ever warm up to the kids and run away and always scared. But no, that's good. That's good feedback. So tell me, we've had this discussion I had a rancher on, Ryan Locke, talking about cattle. And so like in the chicken thing, and people swear by this, but how is that egg actually better for you? What do you believe? Why is the egg that is coming from a chicken that I feed in my backyard that I let eat bugs and see the sunlight, why is that a better egg? And give me all the reasons. It doesn't need to be just the nutrition, but just all around. Why is that better all around to
all the reasons? Yeah. Well, I mean, we just talked about the humane reasons. And you can go overboard with that, but like animals aren't humans, but still, I mean, we're supposed to take care of animals. And so, a stressed animal does not give you the nutrition that a relaxed, healthy animal does. But just in terms of what they're getting, I mean, an egg can only give you the nutrition that the chicken got first. You can only get nutrition from meat that the animal got first. So when you look at I don't have the exact numbers, but when you look at the nutritional difference between true pasture-raised eggs, like the chickens are on pasture all the time, versus, in the cages, we're not talking like small increase. We're talking like exponential differences in like vitamin A, beta carotene, major. Wow. It's your micro nutrients, but the differences are huge, like 300-400%.
It's interesting to think about the stress level affecting the nutrient.
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm stressed, I'm tense and I don't eat good. When I have anxiety, you know what I mean? Just not saying like I would taste better. That's a little cannibalistic.
And I'm not sure, when I should say maybe more accurately the quality of the meat in particular for a stressed animal.
Right. Yeah. Not necessarily the nutritional value. Yeah.
But what they're eating, I mean, that's, what they get is what you get.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Another benefit I thought for those who haven't, and they think they got that weird neighbor that like us that in town that has chickens. It is kind of contagious. Our neighbor got chickens because of us getting chickens. And he still has chickens, and we've not come back yet. We share a back fence, and so every day I still see his chickens running around there, and I miss having them. But that experience of a kid just seeing where food comes from, I think is a big plus. That was a cool experience for us with our girls being in town, not getting to be around that stuff. It was good exposure of like, this is where it really comes from. You can't do meat things in town. But if they're young, we're always very transparent about, we drive by McDonald's or we're getting a burger and we're like, what are you eating? Tell us what it is. It's a cow.
Yeah.
Dad, stop. No, you're eating a cow.
Yeah.
I think it's important to know what you're consuming. As far as us being a model parents of where it comes from and what we let them consume, we're awful. But I'm not going to at all pretend that we consume very healthy. But I think it's important to know where meat comes from and and how harvest is done.
Right.
But I think just seeing food and being responsible for raising something that produces something that you eat, just like gardening, I think is just healthy. It doesn't need to replace everything, or you don't need to be a homesteader. But I think it's cool that a lot of urban areas are saying you can have 6 hens now.
And that's what I was going to say. Like, I love if a family can live on a homestead and raise all their own food, whatever. But the reality is not everyone can do that. And I think that's what I like about this product. I didn't get into this because I like manufacturing. I got into it because what was compelling to me about this product was that factor, and just getting people connected to their food source, eating more healthily, connecting with their family over this project. So I was actually passionate about regenerative agriculture long before I got into the chickens, particularly. And certainly before the manufacturing part.
Do you live on land? Are you in are you in the country or do you live in town somewhere?
My wife and I, my family, we rent a about 4 or 5 acre home in the country. Where my parents live, actually where I grew up, is a 40 acre farm where we have our shop there. So
that's a nice amount. 4 or 5 acres, pretty easy to keep up with, but also enough room to do some stuff.
So we've got a garden. We have our 8-carton chalet with 12 chickens and two ducks.
Nice.
So they're just for entertainment. They haven't given us any eggs or anything.
They don't give you eggs.
No, but they're fun.
Duck eggs are different, aren't they?
They are.
It's not everybody's favorite. But duck fat's amazing. I will say that. Duck fat. Have you ever cooked with duck fat?
I have not.
Buy some duck fat at the store. And cook it with a steak or something. But apparently I learned from someone that high-end restaurants often use duck fat in a lot of their courses. As far as instead of butter or oil in a pan, sauteing things with duck fat. But it's real good.
Nice.
Chicken, anything you're cooking in a skillet or a griddle or flat top like that, it's real good. So if your duck dies, if you can harvest some fat, no, don't do that. Just go to the store. I think not worth the effort.
I've thought about raising ducks for meat, but it's a pretty niche market.
Oh, I bet. I like duck too. I've had some bad duck, but I've had some good duck. But you don't see it. I mean,
not much. Ducks, rabbits, things of that sort.
Especially rabbits.
They're kind of hidden.
We raised meat rabbits way back in the day. My family did a little homesteading when we were little. We had chickens and a couple meat cows that we raised when we lived in Derby, and we had goats we milked. Those were the best days. That was such a cool experience that I'm pretty aware my kids will never have. And there's places we can take them to get experiences, but that was neat, but it was a ton of work.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's hard. Everything depreciates so fast. The thing you build, the milking station you build for the goat, is in a year, you're like, things falling apart. What else are you guys wanting to homestead?
Well, right now we have about 300 laying hens. We've got a larger flock that we pasture. So we sell eggs there at our farm. Then we have somebody else who
How
does.
many eggs do you get from 300 hens?
Middle of the summer, we'd be getting around 17 dozen a day.
Dang.
Right now, it's more like 12 or 13.
Sure.
So,
It's a lot.
it's a lot.
What do you sell
The
a
hardest-
dozen of eggs? A dozen eggs for?
$3.50 at our shop. I know.
That's a good price.
I know. That's it's about supply and demand. We got 300 hens before we got enough customers to meet the demand, the supply.
Sure. Yeah.
But so yeah, we'd like to expand that. We'd like to raise some more meat chickens. I did a little experimenting with that last year or 2 years ago. But in terms of, my parents raised us there. I come from a big family.
How many kids?
10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a milk cow that we milked by hand. We had some chickens for a while, but Dad wasn't really a farmer, and so it was just kind of a thing he did again for us.
Sure.
And yeah, so grateful
Mm-hmm.
to have grown up with that. But at this point, we're kind of dabbling, and hopefully in the next couple of years, able to expand that part of it.
Do some more.
So.
Love it. Where do the 300 laying hens,
Mm-hmm.
do they go into a barn, or are they just always outside?
Well, it's interesting.
That's a lot of hens.
It is a lot of hens. We started off last spring, got them, delivered as almost ready to lay pullets. And so we had taken an old hay rack, a whole hay wagon, and converted it, put roosts in there and a roof and
cool.
sides. But it's wide open still, like completely open. So then we set up a perimeter, it's 100 by 100, that we out in the pasture of electrified poultry netting. So that keeps out all the ground predators.
Interesting.
And then obviously that won't keep out hawks and owls. So we have a guard goose in with them, and she'll keep away all sorts of things.
Really?
Even you, if she wants to.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they can be mean.
She's kind of a she's kind of a
kinda want 'em
snippy
to be
one.
mean.
Yep. Right. So that's her purpose.
Do they warn them that because we had a hawk take out 2 of our chickens.
Yeah.
But one of them started calling.
Yep.
And they all started running the coop, but they didn't all make it.
Yeah.
Um,
So they'll warn them.
yeah.
That goose starts
Does
screaming.
it see better than a chicken?
I don't know if it sees better, but it sort of sounds the alarm. It's
Just
bigger
louder.
than them. Yeah. Louder, maybe a little more attuned to that. It'll scream when we come out. But I mean, part of it's sounding the alarm. Part of it's just that a hawk doesn't want to mess with a mad goose.
Sure.
So kind of depends how hungry they are, but typically they're not going to bother.
The wire that keeps the ground animals out, is it underground? Is it above ground?
It's above ground. It's about 42 inches tall, 48, somewhere in there. And it's a mesh. So 2x3 mesh
Okay.
with electrified poly wire all the way through it.
So the chickens don't go past that point either.
No,
Okay.
it keeps them in too.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
So then, you don't have to you can have them out on pasture,
Yeah.
not worry about getting them inside at night. What's
That's
funny
so
to me
nice.
is that now during the winter, they do need a little more shelter. So we have an area in our barn with deep bedding, so they can go in there and be warm. Half of them just still sleep out on the ground, just huddled in.
Yeah,
They're so used to
that's
being
funny.
outside in the middle of freezing weather.
Wow.
So
It's been a pretty mild winter, I guess.
has,
so
but-
yeah. That's
but
wild.
what they're
That's
used
cool.
to. Yeah.
But yeah, you've not dealt with a lot of, obviously stuff gets sick or doesn't.
We've had some sickness early on. We had a number of them die from sickness. But
Yeah, nothing with
they're-
ground predators though.
no,
That's cool.
not ground predators. We had the one day found about a 12-inch snapping turtle tangled up in it. So that's as far as he
Wow.
got.
Yeah, that's
So-
interesting. Would he take out a chicken? A snapping turtle?
If he was fast enough, but
Yeah,
probably
that'd be
couldn't.
tough.
Probably couldn't.
That'd be annoying.
But I
though.
know we have coyotes around.
Oh, you got a
and
ton.
We've
Yeah.
never had anything happen with that.
That's impressive. Yeah. Yeah, that seems like a feast for
Yeah.
and a fox.
Yeah. Fox, raccoons are one of the biggest predators around.
After chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Huh. Crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, explain your market. Kind of went on a trail there into homesteading, but let's go back to the business model.
Yeah.
Your market, where you're shipping to, you ship the product. Your price it is free shipping, correct?
Yeah, that's built in.
So when you go to the website, you see that price point that is shipped to you.
Yep.
Where do you sell the majority of them? Is there a couple states that are reoccurring?
We've sent a lot to Texas, Florida, Tennessee. This time of year, it's mostly southern states. But we've sent more and more. We've sent a few to Wisconsin, a few up in the like New England states. Just sent one to Seattle a couple weeks ago. So yeah, we'll ship them all over the place.
That's complicated shipping too, because these things are big and heavy.
Big. Yeah.
So do you have like real large skids, like custom skids?
We build crates to put them in.
Oh, crates.
Yeah.
Right. That
so
makes
like
sense.
they're disassembled. We stack the panels in there and all the components. So
and instructions and
Yeah.
they assemble 100% of it or just some of it?
We put together as much as we can, but it's set up the four sides and bolt them together.
Yeah.
Put the roof on, screw stuff. So it'll take a couple hours,
right.
but it's not building it from scratch.
No.
So.
And it's high quality material. What's the most common feedback you hear from customers that like your product?
That like our product? I think the two big things are like we've been talking about the predator protection. It's amazing to me how many people give us a call after they've lost their chickens.
Interesting.
And
like they're shopping for the first time.
I need to do something different.
Interesting.
Because, a weasel got in and killed 30 chickens.
Yeah.
So that happens a lot. But the other big thing is just so easy to move. We've got anybody from 5 to 85 moving these things.
Yeah. And that's so cool that all four wheels click up like that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Huh. What's the coolest just review you've heard about it? Is there any like customer special note or funny, or what's the most interesting thing you've heard from a customer buying a coop?
We had one just last year up in Massachusetts, I think, that like she'd been looking at our coops for a while and then found a classic used on Marketplace.
Okay.
And which also tells you something.
Yeah, no
if
kidding.
You're seeing them used, selling used.
Coops usually just get tossed.
Yeah. So she found a used classic on Marketplace, and then she got it, started using it. She was like, oh, if I'd have known, I'd have bought this long ago. So then she bought a chalet.
Bought another one.
Bought a chalet from us then. So yeah,
that's pretty cool.
She was going on all the Facebook groups and like, she's like, I'm going to tell them like, people are asking like, how often do you clean your coop? She's like, every day, because it only takes 30 seconds. And like, she was just,
move it.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that note, actually, I'm glad you said that. Another pain point when cleaning a chicken coop is cleaning the roost.
Oh yeah.
So what's that process look like with your setup?
Yeah. So that's another difference between ours and a lot of others is that we have a second story. So most chicken tractors that I've seen, they're just on the grass the whole time.
Right.
Which is fine. But having that extra square footage to be able to get up in the top story. And then we have perforated flooring. So the plastic flooring is like 3/4 inch holes. So a lot of it'll drop through, and then just a quick scrape it with a hoe or something, and the rest will
just open the. Is there a side panel where you get the eggs? Is that where you clean from, or do you have to go in the coop?
Well, the egg door actually is just a little sliding door on the back, right by the nest box, so you can access that from the outside. But the front of them, they've got two big swinging doors, so you never actually, unless you're my little boys, you never actually go inside there.
Sure.
But you can reach everything just from the front.
Okay.
Um,
That's cool.
yeah.
That's awesome. Getting me excited about chickens
Yeah.
again, Timothy.
I'm gonna sell you one of these.
Oh,
days.
you are going to. I just got to get now that you've mentioned that the ground could be better and we cannot let them free graze. That's
Yeah.
going to up our odds.
Yeah.
And then the timing's perfect, right? Because we can get when we get to the time of year, the spring, you raise them and then get them through that hard part. You don't get any eggs that first season, but
Yeah, not right away.
yeah, right. But at least get them matured enough and healthy enough before the first winter, and then it's smooth sailing from there. Do you have a recommendation where people should buy chickens, by the way?
Buy chickens?
Asking for a friend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you
Chicks.
can get them at farm stores, Tractor Supply, Bomb Guards, but there are some really good online hatcheries that'll just ship them to you. And
Heard about that. I've never done it. A guy
Yeah.
that I work out with does it.
yeah, Cackle Hatchery is a good one. McMurray. Yeah, there's tons of them though. So
If you're buying a chicken you're buying a chicken that you like to look at and like how it whatever reacts or does life, you can buy a chicken because it's just so friendly and a good pet, and buy a chicken that's a good layer. Are those about the three things you look at when you're buying a chicken? Like, what does it look like? Is it a good pet? And
Yeah.
then is it a good layer? You can't have all three, probably. Like,
it's hard.
yeah.
The hybrids that are bred for laying are gonna be a little more flighty. I mean, they might look good, but they're not gonna be your really beautiful heritage breeds. That the technical definition of a heritage breed is a multi-purpose. So like it's not a hybrid that's been bred for meat production, like a Cornish
Like,
cross.
yeah, where it'll have
or-
larger breasts or
Right.
bigger eggs.
Right. It's not bred for one or the other. It's a heritage genetics. So like your Barred Plymouth Rock, your Orpingtons, sort of those kind of quintessential traditional chickens, they're going to be a lot more docile, more beautiful. They're going to be the good pets. You just won't get as many eggs from them.
Gotcha.
Or as quickly. Here's another little tangent maybe, but a misconception. Every chicken within, a range, but they basically all have the same number of eggs. But the
Really?
hybrids will just lay faster. So the
Sooner.
hybrids will lay, almost every day for the first year and a half, and then they'll peter out really quickly.
Interesting.
So
the
but
heritage
the
is
heritage,
steady plotting.
they'll stay steady. They might lay 50% year round, but then they'll last for 5 years or whatever. So
Interesting.
kind of depends what your priorities are.
Yeah. Yeah, the priority is they never die and they never stop laying eggs.
Sounds like a heritage breed to me.
Right. Yeah. No, that
Yeah.
was super helpful.
Yeah.
Huh. That's cool. What's your favorite breed of chicken just all around?
Probably the lavender Orpingtons, just because I'm a sucker for the beautiful.
Well, the yellow or Orpington.
Yeah.
Is what you say.
buff Orpington, or then
Buff-
the lavender. Lavender is just it's similar.
I
but
think it was
it's
the
like,
buff Orpington was the best chicken we've
No,
ever
they're
had.
great. Yeah.
Yellow. We called her Yellow,
Yeah.
but she was crazy smart.
They're kind of the
She fought the
quintessential
fox
English
off.
hen.
She was the last one to
Yeah.
die from the fox. She was warning him, going around. She would not go hide. She was like, she
Yeah.
was like the little leader of that flock.
Yeah.
And she was smart. That was the chicken that Els trained, but that
was-
was the best chicken.
I was hearing a big name in regenerative agriculture was Joel Salatin, Polyface Farm in Virginia, and they've started raising their own laying hens, like breeding their laying hens and hatching their own, and for about 7 years now, and they've seen an improvement in genetics for just being healthier and being smarter. Because the ones that survive are the ones who saw a hawk and ran for cover.
Right.
And
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
they're weeding out the
Interesting.
bad genetics just by rebreeding.
That makes
the heritage
sense. Yeah.
plants.
So whoever makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like dog breeding. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at them and decide if you're
Survival.
going to continue breeding or
of the
not.
smartest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, talk about the growth strategy now. You just website's redone. Please go check out their website, eggcarton.com, eggcartn.com. And we'll put that link obviously in this description. You have some really cool features. Do you like, because at the end of the day, this is all get this in front of as many people as you can that might do this, might take interest, that have already done it or have never done it. Do you think your ideal audience is people that have never done it or people who have already done it?
There's some of both, but it kind of depends on the personality. We have a lot of first timers who are like, I want to do it, but I just need to know that I can make it work.
Sure.
So we have some of that. We've had a number of sales in the last year to retirees, a couple who's just like want to keep chickens and want it to be easy.
Yeah.
So there's a variety, but generally, I mean, we've had some, homesteading families buy them, but often your hardcore homesteaders are not going to be the ones who are buying a $4,000 coop.
Right. They're going to build something.
Might build it.
Maybe
They might buy our lift kit or wheel kit.
Yeah.
But so there's a bit of a different market there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, trying to tap into some of the homesteading shows, things like that. But
And I think messaging's key and understanding, just like how you explained those four. I've been talking to you for a while now, and that hadn't clicked yet.
Yeah.
Pun intended, that those four wheels click into gear and you just go.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And I have seen a video where that's happening. I guess it just wasn't registering to me how cool that is. Because that's how heavy are the biggest coops?
Well, not as heavy as
150 pounds, 200 pounds.
The biggest one's more like 400.
400 pounds.
But yeah, I mean, it's all lever action. You got some leverage behind it. So
yeah, that's cool. Yeah. People understanding those values, that's the hardest part. How do they understand everything in 10 seconds, right? Yeah. That's all you got. The attention span is 10 seconds. They see on some ad or at some show walking by your booth. What's been the biggest selling point? Like what's a common reoccurring thing you say or people mention about why they bought it in the first place?
Yeah. I think, we talked about the predator proof.
Yep.
But the two big things I think that come up even more than that is just the ease of moving it and durability.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That's where it appeals.
Most durable, easiest to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it really appeals to the families who don't have time to build one every year.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite the undertaking. Last question on how long does it take to build a coop? There's obviously a ton of materials that are going into it, but the actual turnaround.
Well, there's so many components that we don't build a coop start to finish. We build batches of components. So
that makes sense.
We're building 50 to 100 of the front lift system, and then the handles and the doors and each of the aluminum frames. So then
it's assembly,
stocking those pieces and then putting them together into crate to ship them.
That makes sense.
So we try to keep inventory around to where we can ship within a couple of days.
Yeah.
But
doesn't always
happen.
Yeah. Well, order too many, everyone, so they have to build up more inventory.
That would be awesome.
In 2026.
Yeah.
No, it's awesome. I'm excited for this year for you. I think there's a ton of opportunity, and it's obviously just finding that perfect place for growth and the right messaging and the right connections and partnerships. But it's a good product, and I'm excited to get one. Haley, I know you're going to listen to this episode. We need to get chickens again. It's time. Just for my birthday's coming up, May. That's my birthday. That's what I want for my birthday, Haley. I want a egg carton chicken tractor. Deal.
We've had a few customers. It blows me away when people are like, "Oh, I had this friend who moved in, and I got her this like housewarming gift." like
That's a nice
$3,000 housewarming gift.
That's perfect.
More power to you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, I appreciate you coming on. Seriously, thank you.
Great. Thanks for having me.